Hey, friends, welcome back to the Socially Stetson podcast. I'm Stetson, your host, and I know this podcast isn't consistent, but hopefully it's valuable and you love tuning in. Tuning in today from my home office, recording in Descript, which you've heard me talk about before. If you want the affiliate link, it is on the homepage of my website at sociallystetson.com. Descript is the #1 video editing tool for YouTube. I absolutely love it. And then if you're tuning in just for podcast, my favorite podcast editing is Pod Squeeze or Riverside. So little shout out to those before we get started in the day. But today we are going to talk about some social media icks and wows that I have seen this week and kind of for a while now. And some business and life updates because I haven't been consistent. Maybe you want to know what's going on. I actually received a message from a friend from high school today who said, I've been listening to your podcast, and I don't think you'll know how much that means to me. If you are listening to this podcast, please let me know. If you're watching on YouTube, comment, and I would love to know that you are tuning in, because sometimes, and if you're on social media, you know that you can feel like you're talking to nobody. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right in. For the social media roundup, and I do have my notes in front of me, and I'm not going to worry about editing that out, but some social media icks that I have just seen, and I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but it is so true. It is the financial pain points. Like everybody and their mother now is talking about how they made 10K overnight using digital marketing. And all these digital marketing people are teaching you is how to post on social media to get people to hook. So there are certain tools and marketing tricks that as a digital marketer for the past 20 years, we have used to get people to click on videos. I think what has given it such an ick for me is just how people are using it so much now. If you notice, you'll see the same hooks over and over again. And what do I mean by a hook? It's basically the words on top of the screen is one of the hooks, but that is what a lot of people are doing now. For example, how I made $10,000 in 1 week. And they claim it with no substance, or how you can make $10,000 in 1 week. And they're teaching you how to do it. But all they're teaching you is how to post on social media to get people to buy your product. That is called marketing. Yes, digital marketing is a huge business out there. But I have met and talked to so many people inside my membership and friends who have bought these digital marketing packages promising them the world. And then you still have to have a ton of marketing knowledge and also the time to be able to create and set up these automations to film this content, because a lot of what they teach you is showing up consistently every day. But here's the problem. Let's say you own an ice cream shop. If you just showed up consistently every day talking about your ice cream shop, would you really need another business in digital marketing? If you were really selling houses out there, would you need to become a digital marketer? I say that because I do work with a lot of real estate agents, and I have one real estate agent. She has been a client now for a while, and she is not trying to be famous on social media. She doesn't even really like it that much. And she's in the top 50 in the Charlotte area. And I think it's just interesting to see that she is outsourcing, she is delegating her social media, and she is the top in her industry. Now, there are some realtors who are the top in their industry, and they're also just naturally really good at marketing and social media. A lot of it is you have to be naturally good, but you have to be self-disciplined to stay consistent. I say that because it's a big ick. I know people right now who are not making thousands and thousands of dollars, but they're trying to promote that they are. And I just get frustrated. But I'm not saying digital marketing doesn't work. So I want you to hear me out. Affiliate marketing, digital marketing, it does work. And the people who are going to stay consistent with it, and the people who love posting content are going to make money on it. I think for me is, and I'm going to talk about this later in the episode, I haven't loved posting content as much. And so I'm going to talk about my shift, my vision of the future, where I see myself going, and why I'm shifting. So we are going to talk about that too. I also think that this just damages a creator's credibility long term. So just be careful if you're getting into this. I do know people making money from this as well. So don't think that it's all a scam. I know people making money but I see a lot of people out there who are just doing it because they were told to do it, but they don't really have the sales skills, the follow-up skills, the DM settings right. Like, it's just become a mess. And it's also just what I see a lot of right now. And also, TikTok Shop has become so big that, one, I've had to stop getting on TikTok as much because I was shopping too much. My goal is to save money and pay off debt this year. So absolutely no TikTok Shop. I don't care if it's only $2. I don't need it. A lot of these products haven't worked as great as they're saying on the TikTok Shop. But anyway, some of them have, but a lot of them haven't. So I need you to know, if I'm ever promoting a product, it is because I 100% back it. I love this product. Do I get paid to promote some products? Absolutely. But I 100% back them because I do not post about things that I do not like. Okay, some of the good things that I am seeing on social media is smaller accounts are growing right now on Instagram. So Instagram is pushing smaller accounts. If you have ever thought about starting a new account, just, you know what? I don't love my old account. I just want to start fresh. Maybe you have had a change in your life or in your career, or maybe you've decided you don't want to show your kids on your profile. You can start a smaller account. And with trial reels, now you can share, if you don't want to start a new one, you can share your reels as a trial reel and it will show to non-followers. So you're going to gain a lot of views. I can't necessarily say follows, but views from non-followers. And if that is your goal, trial reels are a great way to do that. I will say a lot of people now are following people if they have such a consistent message. So for me, I probably don't have a ton of follows. My messages are all over the place. It's about social media. It's about faith. It's about working out and losing weight. Like, people don't know what they're following me for. Most of the people following me are people who actually know me, or maybe who've listened to this podcast and feel like they know me. And so that's why I don't have a ton of followers. I know I could have more followers. If I literally only talked about Instagram growth or YouTube growth, Canva hacks every single day, yeah, I could grow. And maybe I'll do that on the Socially Stetson page. I just haven't wanted to do that. I really just haven't wanted to, even though I know I need to, quote unquote, for money and growth. But right now, I'm not having a problem getting inquiries into my inbox. I'm not going to worry about it yet. But the cool thing is, if I ever do, I know what I need to do. So I know we talked about some of the icky hooks, about some of the financial hooks, but I want to talk about some hooks that I feel are doing well. And plug for the Socially Growing membership, we actually have in our membership for the month of April, I have created really good scroll stopping hooks for the month of April on every single reel. So you can post a reel every single day with a good hook. And you can also post a reel every single day using the social trend inside the membership. So not only do you have an idea, a good hook, you have some of the videos done for you in the templates, and then you have the ideas and captions done for you for both. Love this so much. You technically have 60 reels that you can post in the month of April. Just saying, we do that every single month in the membership. That is not just a one-time thing. This is every month, people. Wait, why did I sound like Donald Trump when I just said that? No, thank you. Yeah, I'm not trying to be salesy. I'm just very passionate about the quality of work I'm putting into the membership. Some of the hooks that I have seen do really well are people just literally saying what's on their head, like in their mind. They're doing it on top of a B-roll video where it's just like a feral thought, like something that they thought, something that shocked them that day, something that grabbed their attention. I was scrolling on Instagram today and can't believe that I saw blank. I saw another one that was my friend Shannon and her husband. They were at a bar and she was like, we are that couple who likes to eat at the bar. And I was just like, you know what? It's a story. It's a small story. So right now, more than hooks, it's a little feral thought. What are your thoughts? They don't have to be feral. They could be great thoughts about your man or about your child. Just something that tugs on a heartstring or relates to people. It needs to be relatable. I had some examples pulled up, but honestly, if you want them, they are in the membership. Just go grab them. I love some of those hooks. You probably, if you're following me on social media, you're going to see some of those come up in April. Other platform updates, I don't think I have much. There's so many nowadays. There used to be updates every 6 months. Now they're like every 6 minutes. Now it is time for some life and business updates. So Most of y'all, if you listen to this podcast, know that I have struggled with ADHD my entire life, but didn't get medicated until I was 39 years old. And actually, it was like right around my 40th birthday, so almost a year, that I have been on a very low dosage of Adderall. Either someone stole it from me or CVS messed up. I would like to believe that CVS messed up. I do not want to believe that anybody stole my medication from me, but it has brought up some just specific challenges for me, and I wanted to share those with you as an entrepreneur. If y'all don't know, it is a controlled substance. I am not able to get more just because I have misplaced or lost 15 of my pills. That's a lot of pills. So I know I did not misplace them. I panicked for a bit because I was like, how am I going to function? And truly, 3 to 4 days after my body going for like withdrawal from the medication, I am like a zombie. It is so hard for me to focus and work. I just sleep. I want to sleep. I have also just been extremely tired, but here are some of the positive things that have happened from being off the medication. I'm actually dreaming again. So I didn't realize that I wasn't dreaming until being off the medication, and I've had just like very vivid dreams. And some people don't like to dream. I actually love to dream. I feel like God talks to us through our dreams. It's sometimes one of the ways that I feel closer to God. Honestly, it's been a blessing in disguise. I feel like some of my creativity has come back, but a lot of my focus has just been down the drain. The brain fog is up. Some of the things that I'm trying to do to help that is, one, reduce sugar, but I'm craving sugar more. Part of the benefits of taking Adderall is I don't crave as much junk food and sugar, but I think because I'm tired, I think that sugar will help wake me up, or it's like a dopamine hit that I want, and it's not good. I will say I'm continuing to go to Orange Theory and work out in the mornings hardcore, pushing myself really hard, and then eating high protein foods and trying to eat high protein snacks, because all of those not only help with focus, but they help with brain fog and just overall health in general. I also joined a group that I highly recommend. I'm actually on it right now. It's called Flow Club. So it is built for people with ADHD. I'm obsessed with it. I don't have an affiliate link. This is a free shout out to Flow Club. I'm in one right now that's 180 minutes. There is a host right here. I'm just going to hover over. There was a girl from Charleston, South Carolina on here. Let's see. New Zealand, Australia, Chicago, Kansas City. So it's really cool. There's people from all over that put their task lists and like what they're doing and what they're working on. So the first thing on my task list is record a YouTube video and podcast. And then I have some of my other things as well. When you check one off, it does all this like fun confetti. And then after I have 34 minutes on this flow. And then what will happen is we'll take a break and we'll get to celebrate some wins, or we get to stretch. Now, they really encourage you to take a break, step away from the computer. And then when you come back, they set it for another 46 minutes, and then you'll have another 5-minute break. You do it again. So I'm part of this 3-hour workflow right now, but I had 3 projects that I really wanted to focus on to get done. So I am focusing on this first, going to edit it. Hopefully it only takes me the 46 minutes total to record, edit, get it posted. And then my next projects, if they take the next 2, and I plan on cleaning during my breaks, or like washing my face and getting ready for bed during the break. So Flow Club, highly recommend. Definitely going to see if they have an affiliate link because I want one. Encouraging people with ADHD to do it. All right, some business things. I was going to talk to y'all about some business updates. So I'm insane a little bit, but I had this idea to start a new business called Your Flyer Friend, because one of the things I love to do is create scroll-stopping content on social media. But for the events that people are promoting, sometimes that's not in their packages, their monthly packages for social media. And let's say somebody's hosting a bark and brew for their clients, like a client appreciation. Sometimes they just send out an email. I just never feel the event promotions are enough. And go see it on Instagram, because I created a whole website in Canva and I'm going to be updating it soon. But it's actually really fun. And let me tell you, friends, I have already gotten so much business from it. I've had about 6 or 7 people fill out my form. They are waiting on their flyers and some of their content packs. Now, this is fun because everybody on my team loves creating in Canva. So it's not just me doing the work. It's all of us. And it's been really fun. We were already offering this service to our clients, but we just weren't talking about it enough. So we just created a new business name. So technically it's not a new business. We were already offering it, but I created a separate Instagram page to promote it, to talk about that more instead of social media management. And we've gotten some new business in. So it's actually really exciting. And it's just something I didn't think would be like a business, but it's one of those side hustles that I built in a day. From idea to creation, I had an idea. I created a simple logo on Canva. I went ahead and created like 12 Instagram posts to go ahead and have the feed looking somewhat good. And then I created a Canva website and a landing page for people to pay. So people are already paying and submitting their forms. It's been really interesting. So sometimes I think we make making extra money too hard. One of my goals this year in 2025 is not to pay for any course that's over $200. Like if it's under $200 and I feel like I absolutely need it, then yes, but I have to finish some of my other courses first. And if you're not in my membership, I still highly recommend mine. Got to plug it out there. It's not like a course. It's more just like updates and trainings, even though you can watch the videos like a course, because we have over 20 something plus videos that are under 5 minutes. And then we have every training that I've ever done in that membership. It is like a YouTube of my brain. What this kind of taught me about a business is just that we make things too hard, and you can start a business in a day to make money. Sometimes it's just having the right tools, knowing what to do. I'm blessed that my creative brain can think on the fly like that and just create it and get it done. But it also makes me a little bit of a psycho. I know. I'm like a serial entrepreneur, yes, but I just love building businesses and getting them started. I think that's really fun. Okay, I wanted to wrap up talking about my life and business is to talk about my 5-year plan. What do I see for myself 5 years from now and where this business is going? With AI jumping in the picture, it's been really hard for me to picture what my role looks like as a social media manager. Social media management looks so different than it used to. And honestly, I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. Like, it used to be so easy. And what I liked about being a social media manager was clients didn't really bother you. Stuff was getting posted and they didn't care. As long as stuff was getting posted, didn't matter. Now, because I feel like so many people have that need and that urge to be on social media, truly what happened after the pandemic is everybody feels like they have to and they need to. Now, granted, I do feel like people need to if they own a business, but I was telling my sister the other day, part of me feels like a drug dealer. It would be like, hi, I want you to take this. I want you to have this. And I'm holding up my phone if you're listening to the podcast, saying, I know this is going to give you mental health issues. I know you're going to compare yourself to people. It's going to make you tired and fatigued, and you're going to waste a lot of time on this. And it's going to take away from priorities from you and your family, but you have a business, so you have to have it. Here you go. That's what I feel like right now. And that doesn't feel good to my heart and my soul. And so I've really been in deep prayer about this because I do love social media for what it can be. And I'm really trying to focus on the positives of it. My therapist told me my brain knows too much about too much. And I do, about the evils and the psychology behind how they have made the phones to make us addicted to them. Do y'all know we sign agreements anytime we update our software? It now says we are agreeing to say yes, that we know these phones cause cancer. Cause cancer. It says it in the agreement, can cause cancer. And we agree to it because we all feel like we have to have it. If you're holding your phone while it's charging, the amount of electricity and radiation that is going through your body, the amount of radiation that is in your AirPods, but yet we still feel like we have to have it. It is crazy to me. And I'm trying to figure out different ways around that for my life because we have gotten busier with my business. So I feel like I've been on my phone more, but then I feel like I am just fatigued more. The more I'm on my phone, the more fatigued I feel. But that's because it's programmed to be that way. And it helps dim our brains to make us scroll more, which is crazy. And maybe I'll do a whole podcast episode on just like the bad sides of the phone. But I do want to focus on the good as well. So 5-year plan for me is trying to figure out how to detox from the phone more, how to practice what I preach, because I preach to people all the time. Hey, use my templates, use my trends so you don't have to be on your phone as much. Like delegate so you don't have to be on your phone as much. So what I'm doing right now is trying to delegate more so I don't have to be on my phone as much. But honestly, our financials don't look the same as they did before. We at our highest peak, and I know I have a full episode on how I built to six figures really fast, but we're not a six-figure business right now. Whew, I wish. We're not far from it, but we're not making the same money that we were. And it's because a lot of people are doing social media on their own. A lot of AI tools have made it easier for people to create. And I am so happy for that because I want people to feel empowered to be able to do it themselves. Truly, I love watching the light bulb moment click for people. That's why I love my membership, because I do love teaching and training people how to do it. But at the end of the day, we're not getting as much money into the business as we were. So I've had to cut back on what I pay my delegation to help. I made a shift in March because it is my birthday month. I was like, no, I'm giving myself a break. And I am paying people, praying that the Lord just like blesses this financial part of the business to be able to pay everybody, because I needed that mental break, because I was on my phone so much in the month of January and February that I didn't even like people. I didn't want to see people. I wanted to be in the Amish community. I'm not even kidding. That sounded better to me than creating content. And I've never been like that before. But the biggest difference was I was on my phone a lot more for work. Like when I'm talking 12 to 14 hours a day for work. And that is just not healthy. It's not good for my brain. It's not good for my health. It's not good for my sanity at all. If you're feeling that way, let's detox together. So 5 years from now, I don't know where we'll be with this business, but I know that I will probably still be in business for myself, creating more businesses and really focusing on AI. I have loved studying AI. I'm trying to get AI certified right now in a certain program, and just learning how AI is super beneficial for the productivity and time-saving hacks. Some time-efficient things that I've been doing as well is just the content creation in the membership. The templates that we're using for our reels and for our posts have just been game changer for me. So right now, if you're seeing anything on my social media that's posting on LinkedIn, Threads, Facebook, Instagram, it was scheduled almost 3 months ago. So that past Stetson might not agree with what this Stetson is saying now, but it's been great because I haven't felt like I've had to post for myself. I wish I had clients that would let me schedule that far out. Unfortunately, a lot of the clients that I work with, I say unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, I have a lot of clients who have like last minute requests and a very date specific or time sensitive information that has to get out. And that makes it truly hard, because in an ideal world, I would be scheduling posts out 3 months in advance for all of my clients. And just being able to have that time. If you want to learn how to schedule your content out 3 months in advance and be able to have that time off your phone like I have for me, please join the membership, because that is one of the main things I teach in there. So that way, all you have to do is just show up a couple times a day to answer some comments and DMs, and you will feel like you have your life back. And it's almost like Christmas morning when you wake up and say, what did I post today from 3 months ago? It makes it really fun. Moving on to just faith and reflection moments. I feel like at this point in my life, I'm probably the loneliest I've been in my life. I do live by myself. It's been the first time in a long time. I haven't been in a relationship now for almost 2 years. It has felt great because I've been able to focus on myself, focus on my health, and just taking care of me and my soul. It has given me time to grow closer with the Lord. Absolutely, for sure. But it also has felt really lonely. I've lost best friends. Like, I don't think people talk about a friendship breakup, and it can be so hard. It's honestly worse than breakups. It's awful because your life changes, and then the people that you really counted on to be there for you when you are lonely aren't there in the capacity that they used to be. And that can be really hard. Friendships are just as hard as like dating relationships sometimes. But I am learning through working with my relationship coach, Mara, that if I am feeling certain ways, it's because I am lacking giving it to myself. And so if I feel lonely, how can I make myself not feel lonely? Can I call friends over? Can I invite people over? Can I work in this flow club with other people, because this to me has been great for that too, and just meeting people. I don't really want to get on dating apps again. That is just not something that I want to do. But I do know I have a lot of love to give. But I'm trying to give that love to God and to worship Him in all things. Even when I feel like I'm in valleys. Like, I know my valleys look different than other people's valleys, but right now I feel like I'm in a valley, like in a pit. Like, the business isn't growing the way I want to. My financial situation isn't where I want it to be. My love life isn't where I want it to be. But in all things, we worship the Lord. In all things, we give Him praise. And that is just where I feel like the joy is. We don't always have to be happy, but we can be joyful. And that's when you read the book of Philippians for me. That's a good one to read. Okay, in closing, I want to give y'all a social media challenge each week. And this week, I want you to practice an authentic hook, one of those thoughtful hooks, and see how well they perform. You can use the hashtag #SociallyStetsonHookChallenge. And that way I can look it up and see, or you can just tag me on it and I will look at it. But I'm super excited to see what you do and track your engagement. See if your authenticity with this challenge performs well. Just a short little thought that maybe runs through your brain that maybe not everybody thinks about, or maybe other people do. They just don't want to say it. There's so many that we could go and have ChatGPT, have an AI tool help you. If you find some that you like, have them help you. So be sure to tag me if you use it. Socially Stetson Hook Challenge, or just tag me on Instagram so I can see it. Let me know that you listen to this podcast. So just a reminder, social media is a tool. It's the message that we share on it that matters the most. It's how we are connecting with people that matters the most. So keep creating with purpose, keep living with intention, and keep being an online socialite. I'll see you next time.